exclusive. Make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at roof. Chris, from my tone, you peep the smoothness. In this world, you get the loot. Then your dreams is gonna be lucid. Fool me one time.
Yo, what is going on? This is Unbounded. Mr. Truth Teller here. Follow the Bluebird app at Truth Teller. And as you can see there, subscribe, share, do all those things. Go ahead and click on it. Leave your comment at the end. Tell me how you feel about this. So let's go ahead and get down to the topic. So there's a podcast out there that, to be honest with you, I didn't know existed until about a month ago due to the Black Twitter going out there and dragging them. So this is the Fresh and Fit podcast, who really made a lot of headlines for, I believe they kicked China Doll, I believe is her name, out of their podcast. And so Black Twitter began to dig and do what Black Twitter does. They found some dirt, said, hey, look at them. This is not an isolated situation. They are known for disrespecting black women. Don't do that, because clearly this is what happens. So now we've had a lot of people that have been known to not really be too well received by the black community find a way to try to gain some brownie points. So we've seen it with, first it was DJ Academics. It was some other people I can't think of right now, but DJ Academics is like one of the first ones that I've known. I was like, oh snap, he's ready to get his points. So now he has on his podcast brought both Fresh and Fit and Brittany Renner on to have a discussion. And I want to sit here and kind of react to what was said by both parties. And we'll analyze and see how we feel about it. So here we go.
You said it initially, like, I don't think there's much to really, like, debate. Why?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We've always said it, like, men and women, we're very different. We have opposing goals. Like, girls are trying to, get resources, time, attention out of guys. Guys are trying to get sex. And
so I can already tell you that basically what I'm gathering from, I'm guessing this is Fresh. Could be Fit. I don't know. Clearly that's not their names, and even the names that they go by for their podcast isn't really their names either. But I can already tell you that from what I'm gathering is they do a lot of generalizations, and that is something that a lot of people in the just media period, they do a lot of all the time. And so they're basically using their generalizations and just throwing it out there. So let's see where they go with it.
Girls, a lot of the time, are trying to get what they need to get out of dudes without necessarily giving it up. And some girls are good at it, some girls aren't. And then there's other girls that are kind of models for that are good at finessing dudes. And not to say that you're a finesser, I ain't saying that, but girls...
Yo, she is weak.
Able to, run laps around a lot of guys. And that's why our podcast exists, to help dudes out to understand, like, how women operate and how they move.
Now, you have a different point of view. Wait, where do you think she fits in that?
And yo, at first I didn't see it, but Brittany Renner kind of cute. I ain't trying to shoot my shot, nothing like that, but I just want to just throw that out there.
Because, I think her point of view would be diametrically opposed to you guys by saying, well, I'm not the exact typical person who you may think dudes are run into, or you're trying to tell people to stay away from.
I mean, well, sure, she could tell. She was saying that we're wrong, I guess, about that.
Well,
so you tell us.
Bruh, answer the question. You sat there and just dodged the entire question, and then passed the buck over to Brittany. No, she about to destroy them.
A little bit about yourself.
No, I think you know more about me than I do myself. So you're saying... No, obviously you do, though, because you said that you warn guys about girls like me, so tell me about girls like me.
Go ahead and tell them, Fresh and Fit.
Just women in general. Like, I mean...
Well, no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before.
What I tell you, women in general. Generalizations. Let's go.
We got on here. That you did say that you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the
I'm
key.
not.
Yo! They are not answering any questions right now.
So you're like other women that are
So
like...
what makes you special then?
I never said I was. But you're trying to say...
Nope, I ain't saying
It
it.
makes me different from... Like, a lot of women operate the way you do. Which
And
is,
how do I operate?
in general, what I just said before, women, it's a dance between the two genders. Men are trying to get sex. Women are trying to get resources, time, attention, whatever it is that they're looking for. And a lot of girls play the game better than guys. We talk about this openly on our podcast. And we're teaching guys how to not necessarily get finesse and get what they want out of girls, which a lot of the times is intimacy, but they're not able to get it. But girls are easily able to obtain money, time, resource, attention, whatever it is. Girls are running laps around dudes, which is why podcasts like ours exist.
That last statement, I probably agree with. I think girls are kind of, whatever their goal is, I'm not here to generalize what your goal is. But in a lot of cases, they kind of are running laps around us, let's be real.
Do you believe that Brittany has been effective in extracting, as you say, time, resources, and other things out of dudes?
Yeah, to a degree, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of girls want to do... I mean, well, here's the thing. You've been so adamant about me being incorrect, and I don't know, and you don't know me, and all this other stuff. Tell me then. Maybe we're off. Who knows?
What?
So, you're not going to finish your statement. You're saying, no, I'm going to let her say it. So, let's see what Brittany has to say, because I've seen some of the clips, but I kind of want to see exactly where she's going with what she has to say.
I think, first of all, let's bring it back a couple notches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, there's really a lot to unpack here, because my first question to you is, what do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel?
That's a really good question. And to be fair, you could use that entire question right there for a lot of things. So already I can already tell that Brittany knows what she's talking about. And I've criticized her for a lot of the things that's happened over the last few months with her and PJ and everything like that, even though I kind of been more over PJ because PJ just been simping over just women, period, and that's besides the point. But she makes a very valid question there. It's a really good question. Just something to really ponder over, so I like that.
I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So, how does it make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga,
whoa, Lord. Yo.
that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable. What does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do your guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it.
Oh. Yo. Oh my gosh, she is eating them alive right now.
Right? That's how I feel, right? But, so, that's fine. But, for me, that's okay if it wasn't a fit for me. But I also don't need to, you know, in a way kind of try to devalue what you guys have going on. Because at the end of the day, I may not agree with anything you guys talk about. Because honestly, I feel like when you've seen 2 or 3 videos, you've seen them all. But the reality is that I went to your guys' page. And I went to the different links and the different services and the courses that you guys offer. And I do see that there's a place for that. So even though it may not have been in alignment with what I am about, I can still give credit where it's due without trying to devalue you guys. Because you guys are doing something special.
Woo! Woohoo! Boy, she dropped the gem with that one. And that's something that I've kind of started to understand more. If you've seen me in my podcast, you've seen where I said that I've started to understand perspectives where your perspective is not mine, mine's not yours. And even if we never agree with anything, there may be a spot for your thought. And this is exactly where she's going with it. She's saying that she doesn't agree with anything of Fresh and Fit. She doesn't care for their content. They don't align. She thinks their podcast is underwhelming, to say the least. But at the same time, she feels like there is a spot for them. And in that case, that makes you special to somebody. And let's be real. Being special is a subjective term. Something that I feel isn't special may be special to somebody else. This right here. It's a DeMarco Murray trading card. It's just a trading card. To somebody else, it may not be special. To me, it's something my father had. Father died early August, so September, October, November, December, over 5 months ago. Lost my father over 5 months ago, and this is something that personally I wouldn't give away. I personally don't like the Cowboys, but just the fact that this has a special meaning to me, I'll keep it. Anybody else, they'll just look at it as, oh, it's a card. But it's special to me for a reason. So to think that just because you feel like, oh, Brittany Renner or any other woman out there isn't special to you, that's not the case for everybody. So when she dropped that gem, I was like, oh gosh, okay.
Right? Because you guys are, I mean, are there a lot of other people doing what you do? You could consider your guys' podcast special, right?
I think what she's mentioned is like the self-help portion for dudes, where you guys offer services to, help guys, either attract or try to talk to women and really engage with them at a higher rate than you could.
I'm sorry, academics. You didn't have to say a word there. She knocked it out of the park. You didn't need to.
Potentially date, right?
Yeah.
I guess the point that I think she's disagreeing with, right? When
I'm simply asking her to tell us about herself because we were so incorrect. So tell us about yourself. That's all I'm saying. And then she went into attacking us. And
no one's attacking you.
Oh, so now you get defensive. She sat there, and she didn't necessarily attack you. She gave her opinion on why she felt like she didn't want to do your show, but at the same time, gave you the perspective of how, regardless of how she disagrees with everything you say, you're special to somebody, and there is a place for your platform. And you go straight into defense mode like your Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Like I said, listen, there's a lot of people that will not sit down and have a conversation with you just because of the comments that you guys made. Well, you made. And, well, you chimed in, so you guys are tweedling and tweedledum kind of, right? So,
Yo, you gotta chill, bro. Brittany, girl, you gotta stop.
I'm here to have a conversation with you guys because for me, I feel like what a lot of male-dominated podcasts are missing is the bridge of understanding. So I came here not to argue you guys or to call you out of your name or to disrespect what anybody's doing.
That's a good point. I'm gonna hold on to that.
Because I felt like the interview I had with him, there were things that he said I didn't agree with, but I wanted to sit down and hear his point of view. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So for you to say you're not special, well, I'm special to someone, just like you're special to someone, just like he's special to someone. So for you trying to generalize all groups of women, then we would have to take it back to where this even began. Like why you even have this view of women. And like I said, you have a bunch of dumbass bitches on your guys' podcast, and I get it, they don't challenge you, and I know you're a really smart guy, but it's like, I feel like you need to kind of just be honest and show people who you really are. Like, I know that for people to be dragging you guys and take this little clip and say that's who you are, that's not true. So that's why I sat down and had this conversation. I'm not here to degrade you.
So clearly this is just some clips from the podcast. I haven't seen it yet, but based on what I'm seeing right now, I kind of want to go more into it now, just for my personal reasons, because Brittany's dropping a lot of gems right now, and I'm glad that I'm sitting here actually dissecting what is being said. Because if I didn't, I don't think I would have really known her. And like I said, I've done some criticisms, and she seems like a woman with a good head on her shoulders. So, very intelligent, very, very well spoken as well. Very well spoken. I got to give her credit. I got to give her a lot of credit for this, bro.
So when you make comments, I'm saying when you make comments like, oh yeah, no women are special. So no woman is special, but yet you guys have a whole podcast dedicated how to get women just for sex. That's all you guys are. So you're saying,
boom,
men are just limited to just sex. That's all they care about is sex. Yes or no? That's all you guys care about.
It brings back to what I was saying at the beginning of the reaction. They like they said at the beginning, men just want sex. I'm like, that's not true.
No emotional need. It's just my dick, cum, sex. I want a hole.
Wow, you are triggered, man. Wow.
What? That's what you get out of that? Maybe it's just projecting. I don't know. I think it's projecting, guys.
She wanted a whole
No,
right there.
honestly, it's just I speak with conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for you to say girls like me, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm assuming if I go off of what people have said about me, I'm a gold digger who finessed my boyfriend, who I lived with, and wanted to marry me, and
So this
still
go-
wants to have.
So this goes into the whole thing of with what happened between her and PJ. So
Have more kids with me, but I wanted to stay with him. I finessed him, and I guess I'm a gold digger.
Which I'm good.
So all girls like that.
I'm guilty of kind of having that ideology. So again, I've been known to say things kind of out of the on a whim, and I'm wrong. And as a man, I will admit that, hey, I've made some wrong judgments on people. And so, as a man, I apologize on that. So, I'm not going to say that there's no chance she hears me, because last time I said that the guy that I was apologizing to reacted to my podcast months later. So, I'm not going to fall into that trap again.
It's back full circle, because you're speaking with a lot of emotion right now, and to be honest, you're not really making a point. I said at the top, men and women, it's a delicate dance between the two genders to get what they want. Correct? I said men want sex, women want resources, attention.
No, she just literally broke down what you just said, and you are under the assumption that she didn't understand. Who's really coming in there arguing off emotions again?
Money, time, whatever it is from men. It changes per girl. Some girls want money, some girls want attention, some girls want time, or some girls want a hot guy, whatever.
But, so, the woman is the only one in this quote-unquote relationship that may want something different, and men, all they want is just to... What?
But there's a multivariate requirement from women of what they want. Men typically it's just sex. So in that regards of intersexual dynamics between men and women, I'm saying you're not special because you're like every other girl. You want to get resource, time, attention, or whatever it may be, commitment from a man, and a man wants to get sex from you. So when it comes to that, we're talking.
So again, she's not that special to you. Because there's somebody that may want a woman like Brittany, if this is 100% the description of what Brittany wants. You can't base, again, what you want off of what every other man on this earth wants. Because clearly, Brittany has no problems getting the man. Clearly. So, who are you to try to tell her what she wants and what every other man wants when you're just, again, one man with one brain and don't speak for the entire population of males on this planet?
About biology of what men want from women, you are not special. You are just like every other girl, just like I'm every other guy. The difference is this. I'm not gonna
No, bro, you're just one guy. Not every other guy, you're just one guy.
Here and say, I'm special, I'm Brian Gaines, I can do this and that. We said all the time, city boys up, da. Like, we don't sit here and try to make ourselves look special. We're regular guys. We want sex. It is what it is. But women run around and say, I'm special. I'm different. Da. It's like, nah, bro. Y'all don't live in reality a lot of times. You guys say, I deserve that. I deserve this. I'm special. Someone looks at me as special.
Alright, so I got it. This is Fresh. Clearly because he has a chain that says Fresh. So does Fresh not talk? Because Fresh is just sitting here looking. Shout out to my Ricky brother. He used to make a joke with me all the time. Says I shouldn't be the one talking, and I should be a shrugger. For those who do not know, look that up. This is what I feel like he was trying to get me to be. This guy right here, Fresh. He's just sitting there with the mic in front of him, and I've really not seen him say much, if anything at all. Meanwhile, Fit over here is just talking in circles and showing his prowess in mental gymnastics. Like, bro, what are you even talking about anymore?
Bro, at the end of the day, you're a woman, I'm a guy. You are playing the game to get what you want out of the relationship. I'm playing the game to get what I want out of the relationship, or temporary relationship, whatever it is.
So, your game to get in what you want in a relationship is the same thing that I may want in my relationship is not accurate at all. I was hoping to hear more out of Fresh, but clearly that's not going to be the case.
That's what I'm talking about. You can say you're special in other regards, but I'm talking about between men and women, that is the game.
Nah, bro. So, Fresh and Fit, that was Fresh and Fit. Like I said, Fresh was rather mute. And Fit did all the talking, and Fit made both of them look like straight clowns. Like, what was the purpose? And clearly this has been a big topic because everybody wants to try to get in their brownie points and blah, blah, blah. But can we just get back to the point where we just didn't know these two existed? Because let's be real, it's just much ado about nothing. But with that being said, hit the subscribe, and everything. Follow me at Truth Teller and on the Bluebird. With that being said, peace, love, and pop stars, and always remember to drink water. We out here.
Sliding it like a wet flow. Already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like gecko. Everything I do.